It's like K.O.B. inside MSG. So like we top seed, old school's top speed. Pimp slap left hand, is that hoe gon' bang? Is your bitch gon' gang? Is your nuts on swang? That's pinning who they attached to. Pistachios and bag moves. Took my head up out my moon to beat the sun and hoop in glass shoes. Cash, back up on that ass. Season dose, I'm off that gas too.
Coming no warning, Jack kamikaze. Bloody, battered and bruised. Adrian life been rocky. Third act of my saga struggle didn't break me or stop me. Dressing like I like my hair real drippy and sloppy. Draped up and dripped out. Put my money where I be talking about to move to H-Town and motherfucking burn it down. Henry tried not by Optimate Prime. I'ma still be in that to the day that I die. Wow.
You got me feeling emotions deeper than I've ever known. Oh, you got me feeling emotion higher than the heavens above. That song is a vocal masterpiece, dog.
Those were the vocal styles of P. Henry Trotter IV, and this is C.O.D. Decatur Boy Music, welcoming you to another episode of Eerie. Give me some headlines. And yes, sir, this is season 2, episode 55. So you know we got to get live. This is a CODMD operation, CODMD medical, aka cash on delivery, aka coming on these, aka ink my whole body, I don't give a hockey puck, aka if it's up then it's stuck. And we live in a society where broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right, but a rich nigga only deserve one. Today we discuss it and more on Give Me Some Headlines. P, introduce yourself and talk to the people.
That's hard hitting. Bro, niggas don't deserve no coochie, but rich niggas only get one.
Tiger Woods only deserve one? I'd be damn.
Yeah. Fair point. It's your boy. We're going to move on from now. It's your boy, P. Henry Trotter, the fourth, a.k.a. Home Run Trot, a.k.a. Fat Hope Fred, a.k.a. Mock Tube, a.k.a. Casino P, a.k.a. Sneeze, because I bless these hoes, a.k.a. Queen with the pen and with the lens, a.k.a. Chef Boy R.P., a.k.a. Frederick at Frederick_Douglas on your Twitter, a.k.a. your grandma's favorite house guest, because that boy came in here with the manners, brought the manners, left with them hoes too. Episode 55. We live.
Be your grandma favorite house guest, cause that boy got manners. C.O.D. your bitch favorite house guest, cause that boy got stamina. But we gonna move right along and slide straight on into this week. Flickety, 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 flickety. I got a click lighter this week. That way. Like that though, you heard me. And this week, we gonna start this thing off with a celebration of first, man. And first segment of the week, you know what I mean? How we wop and shit, man. It's been a long time coming to a first that I'm celebrating this week. And I'll talk about me, but the first person to tell their story will be my brother P. P, man, I've been talking about it for over a decade, man. I finally said, fuck it. I had to go ahead and pull the trigger, dog.
Oh, wow.
We out there, man. And I got two, bro. I ain't even gonna talk about the other one, but I had to go ahead and do it, G. Had to go ahead and do it. And I got an HD photo to make sure I can show you the up close and personal. You feel me?
Oh, wow.
That thing ain't up, cuz. You see me? I had to go ahead and put the logo, make it a fish out, cuz. Got the C.
That's cold, bro.
And it's kind of distorted to where it almost looked like a G. You feel me? They got the dagger in there.
Oh, wow.
That was very deliberate. You feel me? I'll show you the other one.
Cold,
you know what I'm saying? You see where the location of the other one is? On them real talks, boy. Shouts out to my dog, Max out at City of Ink, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I'll go ahead and tell my story before I toss it to you, man.
I gotta hear this.
But yeah, man, shouts out to I'm gonna call it AM to PM, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the new young woman who's taking on the role of managing your dog, because I'm a loose cannon and I need some guidance, and she's doing a great job of getting me where I need to be. And part of the early stages obviously is me meeting the people I need to meet and starting to build my network, because I be in the house all the goddamn time, you feel me? So she got me out there, bitch, man, and blessed me with an invite to this dope ass 420 party. And the after spot to the 420 party we was at, we linked up with Tukey. Shouts out to TGOD, gang. He talking about Taylor, gang. But yeah, though, hooked up with Tukey them up at the Loft by City of Ink, man. And we just kicked it over there. It was a bunch of creatives over there, dope ass vibe, amazing fucking DJ. I'm talking about he didn't spin a bad record. And he had tons of mashups where he had made his own mixes and shit. People was up there drawing and coloring and shit. Like, it was just a crazy vibe, man. And like, it was almost like an epiphanic moment, like when I talked to you about when I went and got saved, nigga, just something just hit me, man. And it felt right. And I was like, you know what, nigga? It's today. 420, nigga. It's over with. And I'm sitting there talking to my partner Greg, who I went to high school with, and I ain't seen that nigga in a minute. And we popping shit. Then I'm talking to his chick named Tori and his chick named I don't even remember, but I'm like, yeah, fuck it, today. And then Shorty was like, you look determined at a motherfucker. I know I just met you, but you look like you determined to do something. Is it a problem? Like, what the fuck? I was like, nah, I'm just thinking. Because I started thinking of what I wanted. You feel what I'm saying? And the quote that drove me to go ahead and make it permanent, man, was, and I'll pull up that picture for you. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. And then I put some filigree around that motherfucker. For y'all niggas who don't know what filigree is, calligraphy, fancy writing, and penmanship. That's the sexy swooshes and shit that be around the words. that's the flourish. That's the ad lib to the penmanship. But yeah, man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. And that actually has a lot to do with the imagery that you see with the heart, with the sword through it, representing the O and C.O.D, Decatur Boy music. So I wanted to get both, and I thought about having them together, but I ended up splitting them up. And that right there is on my ribs, and then I got the C.O.D right here on the bicep. You feel me? But yeah. Long story to a conclusion, definitely not short. I was gonna get tatted on 420, but then I got high. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we got so high, nigga, I ain't go downstairs to like 10, 11 o'clock, and they was done for the night. So I said, you know what, this is actually pretty good. If I still want it tomorrow, that mean it wasn't a fluke.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So then I went my ass on home. And a bunch of shit came up, and I wasn't able to get it the next day. And I woke up the next day, and it wasn't a, hey, do I still want it, or was it a fluke? It was a, I don't give a fuck if don't nothing else happen today. I'm finna go get my motherfucking tat. And that's how I knew I was sure. You feel me, dog? But I was actually able to talk the homie into going back through with me, just so I ain't have to go do it by myself and ask somebody to take photos and kicking and pop shit and stuff. And then we went and got drinks and shit afterwards. But it was a cold ass little day, man. You see the setting and shit. We was in the downstairs part of City of Ink, and music was dope again. Goddamn, I think it was Saturday. We went over there around about 2 o'clock. I probably waited 5-10 minutes for an artist to come out and talk with me, and then he started doing sketches and bringing me back stuff to veto or get an okay to. And then he was like, all right, you cool with this concept? All right, I'm gonna go get a final version. And then he brought me back a couple of different sizes to see which size I wanted. Then he printed my stencils, and we was fucking at it. You feel me? But bruh had extremely gentle touch. You feel what I'm saying? He pulled great lines, and I only got the script and the filigree over here. So over here was the only place where he did the shading, and it was all instinctual. You feel me? It wasn't on the stencil. He just had the stencil. He drew that bitch out and put that on, and then shaded from his instincts. And I'm very happy. I'm gonna wait till it peel in its final, but I'm extremely happy with what it looked like, because it wasn't no scarring or like the swelling, nigga. It's day 3, and I don't have any swelling.
Yeah,
like I get up close. I get up close, but it's day 3.
Yeah, that's a great product.
Like ain't an ounce of redness or nothing. The shit that made
brings a brand new meaning to wearing your heart on your sleeve.
Hey, and then can I tell you something that I was laughing at the day of that I ain't realized till I went to go pee? Nigga, just by mistake, when I curl, it looked like the heart beating.
Oh, that's cool.
I said, that's a cool ass unexpected benefit, nigga. We out here, city boys, nigga. Niggas go get this C.O.D tag, you feel me? And I got it without the Decatur boy music in the middle for my hood.
You gonna make it a pickup line in the club? Damn, girl, you got my heart pulsing.
Oh, please don't think I ain't gonna be trying. I've already started to try to figure out how I can wear short sleeves in the wintertime. I'm picking. So can I pull off a sweater vest with no undershirt?
Get to the Nigerian guys. Nigerian shirts, they cut like right there. So like part of it will be sticking out, and it's a conversation starter because somebody gonna see it up under like that poke out.
That's players fault too, and that's how it is too. Like if you see it vertical, all you see is the dash. Like,
yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted it to be hit from where he said he chose a great placement.
You know, you got that shotgun mic.
Yeah, I wanted it completely hidden vertically, but where he chose was a great placement. I'm very happy with it. Shouts out to Max, man. But Pete,
that's what's up. I was not expecting that. That was a real cool surprise, man. Welcome to Ink Gang.
Hey, ink my whole body. I don't give a hockey puck. We out here, cuz cold as a motherfucker. D3 mighty fucks. Yeah. Pete, talk about that ink, man, and go ahead and get boy Nick and show the people some of that ink, man, real quick, unless you got some photos you can pull up for them. Even if you're just showing them the ones on the bicep, cuz. I know you don't want to stretch your hoodie. Tricep.
Yeah, mine only on my tricep. I ain't ready to get, hold up.
Man, you got to let the people peep it, cuz.
Yeah.
For the people on the audio podcast, P is currently getting butt naked for the YouTube. He taking it all off of sweet. We try to make sure we keep these rates up. That's how niggas got their season finales coming. P inked up on you niggas. Can I talk to the people about what they looking at?
Yeah, man. So that's the right arm. That is Trust God. So 2000, and I'm gonna date myself. 2005. The spring of 2005, I went on so I was in college, freshman. I made it through first semester. They brought me back, and I found out at our college that they would like let you take these service trips, man, these volunteer service trips, and they would pay for everything, and then they would give you money to eat and shit. You had to pay what you thought you could pay, and I didn't think I could pay shit, so I went for free because I really didn't have it like that, man. That work study and shit, that shit, I did save $300 for work study to get down there. So they had trips to like Costa Rica. They had trips to like Katrina hadn't happened yet, so they didn't do New Orleans, but they had like all these other trips and shit. But it was only one city that I was going to off rip, and that was Miami, Florida. That was Miami, Florida. And it was a gaggle of us going down there, man. So it was basically just a bunch of friends. So what you do during the daytime is they take you to a school, you tutor some kids, and like these kids needed some tutoring. And then they like take you on a tour, like the city and shit, and like you do cleanup projects and stuff. But like you done, like you done by like 1 in the afternoon, maybe 2 at the latest. And so like your whole spring break, you volunteer essentially till lunch. Your lunch paid for, and then you got the city to yourself for like the rest of the motherfucker for free. And they actually paid me to go down there. So you get a 15 passenger van. Started the school. I was in Tennessee. That shit was a 15-hour ride down to Miami. All fucking worth it. Like you ship your baggage down there, so like all the baggage not on the motherfucking on the bus and shit with everybody. So we get down there, and it's go time. I got almost $500 in my pocket for a week as a 18-year-old. Bro, I was on 10. So what did I do with $175 of those dollars on the third night? Me and some niggas woke up from a nap around like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon after like our little session at the school, and we was all in the room together. And we was all like, "Man, let's go get some tattoos, man."
That's for the listeners. Please don't think they weren't working niggas. You needed a nap after that work day. They got their money worth.
After that work day, yeah.
And one thing my brother forgot is he volunteered at that school as well as this dope ass place called Shake a Leg. That was an after school program.
You got to build a house, man. Yeah,
you did all kind of shit. Build a house. You had outdoor activities, outrigger, which is like team canoeing and shit. Take kids kayaking. It was and cool. That was where people like from amputees to different people had dealt with different stuff in that past. It was a lot of different people at Shake a Leg. Very eclectic environment. And then we were at Coral Gables High School, to be specific, as far as the high school. Yeah, we was in the hood. Gables. We was in the real Miami. But I tossed it back to my dog to talk about that post-school life. I just want to give a little context to the listeners. My dog needed that nap because we was in the hood with no students, and then we was getting it at that after-school program. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you would be able to leave when everybody would go to lunch and shit. They would let us go to the after-school program and stuff, so you could still finish up by like 3 or so. But the kids, they were it usually synced up with their national testing. So we'd be tutoring some kids, teaching them how to write papers and stuff. And some kids, we'd be working with the special needs students and playing games with them and stuff, while the other kids were taking their standardized testing and shit. So it was we here, what do y'all need situation? And at an inner city school, it could have been anything.
But I got off most days. I stayed 2 days. The rest of the week, so 60% of the week, I said it was in the morning time. It was I love them kids, and in the afternoon it was man, fuck them kids. I'm going to get live in Miami. I'm going to South Beach. But yeah, man, me and the homies like it was Nate. It was Big Nate, man. Nate woke up. He was like, man, we should get some tattoos. And I was like, man, that's a great idea. It was me, Nate, Steve, and AJ, and your brother was like, I'm not doing that shit, but I'll go with y'all. And so we found, like, we just asked around, and we was like, where's the best tattoo parlor, like, in this area? We walked out of our little hostel and shit. Man, they pointed us down the street. It was this Hungarian dude on he had a longboard, like, in his shop, and he was just, like, in between him doing a tattoo. Like, he did a bunch of tattoos that night. He did all 4 hours. And so we was there pretty much all night. Yeah. So Nate went first. He got more ink. I think AJ went second. And then, I think AJ went last. Steve went first. It was Steve who went first.
I can see him being the one to jump it off. Yeah, I was about to say, that don't surprise me at all.
Like, rest in peace to the God, man. Like, that's my brother, dog. And he had been drinking all day. So his blood, they tell you not to do that shit because needs your blood to be thick. Bro, they was doing his shit. He looked like a bloody fucking mess because that alcohol thinned his blood out. That's when I learned about, like, whenever you go get a tattoo, don't get drunk to go do that shit. Because it's gonna thin out your blood and you're gonna look like a bleeder in that motherfucker.
I got
he had a bunch of tall boys. He had 6 tall boys. He drank all them shits. And then like he and I went through this Chinese, like I wanted one of the most ancient languages to be on my body that most people don't understand. And so I got Mandarin Chinese. And that's when niggas was in love with Chinese back then. Like it's very dated tattoo, but like the story behind it just make it so special because me and my dog looked through this dictionary and like we found words that meant a whole lot to us, and we got them on each arm. And he's not here today, and like that's like my lasting memory of that nigga is like going to get them fucking tattoos with my brother, man. And one of the cat who went last was AJ, and he got his shit tatted, and he was up there motherfucker like crying and shit.
You lying.
And we was calling him all kind of bitches. Oh, bro. We was calling him all type of bitches. You can't go last and cry
because everybody else know what pain you're dealing with.
Right. And like
exactly
the tricep is where nothing touches. Like nobody touches the inside of your bicep. Nobody touches your tricep. People touch you on your shoulder all the time. Like you get shit on your shoulder all the time. He got his shit on his shoulder. He was in that bitch whining like a little hoe. We was like, man, shut the fuck up. But yeah, man, we did that shit. That was and then we went back and we needed another nap after that shit. And the girls came in because they separate you boys and girls, like boys hostel. We had 2 hostel rooms. They had 2 hostel rooms. It was like 16 of us down there all together, 15 all together. 7 boys, 8 girls, I think is what it was. And yeah, they came in there, man. We was all bandaged up. I remember a certain somebody walking over there and removing my bandage. You know exactly who she was. She used to come visit the stable every now and again, the homie. But
that is.
Okay. Continent.
Give me a hint.
Continent.
Okay. I dig it.
Yeah.
I processed it as soon as I didn't process it. He said the stable.
Yeah, the stable. But yeah, man, that was a big part of my story. And for some reason, man, down there in Miami, shout out to the University of Kentucky, man. We met a gaggle of women from the University of Kentucky, and they was, if I ever see them in the future, man, they get mad love from the homies. They don't have to pay to come to see me. I'll comp them tickets. I'll pay that in my pocket.
They was frying chicken.
Nah, man. They was just cool people.
You hear me? They was clucking. That's what I thought you meant. You feel me? I just said frying chicken. Hey, mate. And that's being I said that's that Fable. That's the Fable flight there. You feel me? Pete, what the fuck you been watching on TV, G?
Dog. We cut on. I cut on some more of Drive to Survive.
Okay.
So we in season 3 now. It's getting litty. We in 2020 now. So we like right at the pandemic, like when everything started.
Okay.
It is interesting, bro. Like this show is interesting. Like I'm also they firing a lot of people, man. Like a lot of pit guys. Like I couldn't even. There's so many characters, man. I think I want to write about F1, like a black man's experience with like race car driving, because it's a lot of characters that deserve a lot of attention. But my guy Charles Leclerc, his country's flag is like a white block and a red block. I don't know where the fuck that's at. Maybe he's Swiss. I don't know what it is, where he's from though. But at this point, he's not driving for the team. He drives for it today. And this young motherfucker balling, man. I think he may be like 22, 23 now. And this year, he's the leader in standings. And like in 2020, like he was just hitting his young nigga stride to where he was making noise in races. And like he walk around putting his nuts on the motherfucking table as a 19, 20-year-old. And with like all of these veteran drivers, man, and like he's starting in the middle of the pack and ending up at the front of the pack, which like it's really hard to catch motherfuckers in this shit because everybody's car is presumably fast. And then we cut on. What else we cut on? Is it a give me some sports in here anywhere? Because I've been watching the saga called the NBA. We talking NBA?
It is.
Okay, then I won't talk about what I'm watching on that side. What you been watching though?
Boy, actually, man, I've been watching a few things as well. So I'll talk about what I watched more recently, man. I was rewatching Squid Game and mostly the climactic parts, but watching it in Korean instead of English. You know what I'm saying? Watching it in Korean with the subtitles. I really wanted to hear the original actors' enunciation, their emotion and shit. And they acted their ass off, bruh. Like, I flew through the whole thing because I didn't have to watch all of it to figure out what was happening and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And have you seen Squid Game? Okay, well, I ain't going to talk about the details of it, but I definitely recommend, similar to how I fell in love with The Invention of Moral, it's really cool to have the original as well as the English version. But I definitely recommend checking it out in the original Korean, even if you watch it in English first.
Okay. That's what's up. Also spun
everybody who's seen it, man. Nigga, the episode where they playing marbles, if you have not watched that shit in Korean, go watch the marble episode in Korean. The amount of emotion conveyed in that episode, yo. Even down to how teams are chosen. You need to watch that shit in the original language. That bitch stupid fire. But what you about to say though?
Oh, I also ran back Hunger Games.
You lying?
Yeah.
Your lady chose it?
Oh, of course. I wouldn't have chosen myself, but I'm glad I did. Though. It's really good. I like the way they moved the story. Now when I watch certain stuff that I done read, I watch
this nigga said I wouldn't have chosen it myself.
No. It's not. It wouldn't have been my first choice, but it's fire. Like I really fuck with it. Like I kept standing. I would stand up and like fold my arms. That's when you know you really got my attention. If I stand up and fold my arms and I'm paying attention to you, I'm in there. Like I'm focused. I'm concentrated on what the fuck you talking about. Like you see me, if I was just standing there with my arms folded and I'm looking, that's how my daddy, like I realize it's a hereditary trait. That's how my daddy like used to stand and watch me whenever I practiced basketball. So I know, that motherfucker's got the intent of observation right now. Like he is watching.
Yeah.
This nigga is locked in. That's how you know Fred Rhodes is locked in.
Which one in the series were you watching? Was it Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay?
The first one.
Oh, it's the first one. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you was locked in. The first one had you locked in. Boy, you better check out that whole goddamn series.
Nah,
the first one had to set everything up. They play a game in 3 of the 4 movies, bro. They play a whole games in 3 of the 4 movies, and they don't have to explain to you what the games are in the other ones. So more of the time is spent in the game. You feel me? They get more and more elaborate too, homie. Like, nigga, have you seen Maze Runner?
I have not.
Maze Runner is a series akin to Hunger Games, Allegiant. It was like different big companies trying to come out with their own version of the teen. Twilight trying to, you know what I'm saying, make sure they didn't miss out on teens spending bread like that at movies. Oh, people who read these type of books are spending money like that at the theater? Like that was everybody's answer to it, and they damn good. Not I ain't seen Allegiant and all that shit, but I did see Maze Runner. I recommend that as well if you enjoy Hunger Games. Finish Hunger Games and enjoy yourself. And when you're done and you're looking for something similar, start at the first Maze Runner. Then go your ass to Scorched Trials. Them bitches, I'm talking about all 3 of like, bruh, bitch, fire. The trilogy, fire.
I'll check the motherfuckers out then. I'm consuming stuff. I'm consuming it I'm consuming it like this is my occupation now. You know what I mean? because I'm working on writing scripts and shit. So like now I'm looking at it with a different type of eye. It's like, oh man, I see how they set this shit up, and I see like what they incorporate into the conversations and like the way they drop hints and shit. And, like they delivering messages that they want the audience to know, and they showing you certain shit. Like I'm really looking at it with a keen eye.
It's a thin line between foreshadowing and being ham-fisted with storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a good time, man.
Nigga watching The Lion King. I think that boy Simba gonna be a mighty king one day. Shut up, nigga.
His enemies better be well.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna be able to let go of that stress one day, you know. Kuna Matata. That shit mean no words. At least that's what I think. What you think, bro? Nigga, this ain't a murder mystery. What did you doing, doggy? Pete, can I do you a favor?
Yeah.
Can I give you some headlines? This motherfucker. He said, yeah. I probably could if you actually want some. You sure you do?
Yeah.
All right, how you want this, Jane? You want some weird shit?
That shit.
You already know it. I ain't even gonna give you a choice. I'm gonna just give you a random schmackment and let you choose what you choose. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Black China's $100 million defamation trial against the Kardashians. What's happened so far? People are losing it over Elon Musk purchasing a Twitter platform. Bought that thing for $44 billion.
Ooh. I did see he got it. I didn't see the price though.
Pusha T has hilarious response to dinner with Jay-Z or 500K meme question. And how ROZ, Indian Canadian label, signed unprecedented deal with Sony Music West Africa. Big it up. Shouts out to Canadians.
That's a lot of good shit. Damn.
And my Canadians.
I want to hear that Pusha T shit, but I would like to understand. So but you got to think it to get there. I want to hear that Sony Music, ROZ West Africa story. I do want to hear about that Elon Musk shit though, but I'm tired of talking about rich white folks. Let's talk about how black people gonna get some money in their pockets. Sony cutting a check. Let's go.
They do it, yeah, I mean. Pusha T, I'm sure that shit is from the angle of, as someone who's had dinner with Jay-Z, shut your ass, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shouts out to ROZ. This story is by Complex. How ROZ's indie Canadian label signed an unprecedented deal with Sony Music West Africa. ROZ is calculated during our FaceTime call on a mild spring afternoon. He is piecing our conversation together before it's begun in a way that not only tackles his artistry, but will eventually pave the way for his up-and-coming artists. His music is an amalgamation of his earlier sound, melodic rap, now fused with West African pop music popularly known as Afrobeats. It's released through his independent label, Entertainment Money Business Incorporated, established in 2010 with his brothers, Richmond and William Nyataki. I don't know why I said it Japanese, and I'm not going to try it again. With a mission to develop artists, producers, songwriters, and DJs, but according to ROZ, it operates more like a cultural movement. It began as having a team around me to build longevity as an artist and a producer, he discloses. The label has evolved into a multimedia recording, entertainment, and management company. With acts Too Epic, Nigel Knight, Mason Groovy, Boy Lyrical, Boy, BWOY, Boy. That's how Atlanta nigga would say it, but we spell it BWAI. Boy Lyrical, and others. Most recently, EMB Inc. inked its first of its kind partnership with Sony Music West Africa. there is there is so much more you can do than just be an artist, especially being from Africa. There are so many opportunities as far as making money and giving back. It's the perfect time to spread our wings. And the rest just has more kind of an origin story, but the dynamics of it basically has a special intent to distribute in West Africa. With EMB and Sony Music West Africa, we may not be the people to take it over the hump, but we want to be a part of it. African music in general, but Ghana specifically. From there, take it internationally, bigger business. You feel me?
Let's go.
So he want to go back and get artists from there and big them up and take them worldwide. It ain't just about him blowing up in Africa. He want to sign artists out of West Africa, you know what I'm saying, and take them worldwide, and get them popping in Canada and shit. So it's like a cyclical thing. So I think that's pretty cool. What are your thoughts, man, on the boy Big It Up? And shouts out to the homie motherfucking ROZ.
I wish that brother every last bit of. I love his vision. I love what he's trying to do. I love that he is working to build a ecosystem for his people and build these channels to and from the motherland. Sound
That's
like some
the
niggas
part
we
about
know.
it that struck me. That's dope and it's deliberate.
Yeah,
Nigga got popping and said, "Hey, how do we get popping in Africa?" I love that. That's where his head was at.
Right.
And the method he chose, put them on. That's how we make them love us. I fucking love it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That is fan-fucking-tastic. Man.
We blazed through that one, man. I'm going to give you that Elon story. That's cool?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to just go to some of the Twitter reactions on Elon buying this bitch, and I want to get your reaction. Elon Musk tweeted in December 2017, "I love Twitter." Dave Smith, December 21st, 2017, 2 hours later, "You should buy it then." Elon Musk responded an hour later, "How much is it?" And people, when motherfuckers ask you, where will you be in 5 years? Elon Musk answer is doing that shit I was talking about doing earlier today. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where the fuck you gonna be in 5 years, but hopefully it's having done or in the process of doing and celebrating, accomplishing that shit you talking about today. But we Elon Musking from here on out. You know what the fuck I'm talking about, P? You done made hundreds of billions of dollars doing other shit and did it as a side project and an afterthought. You know what I mean? P, talk your shit about the boy Muskovitz, because I know you fuck with E.
Of course I do.
You put me on PayPal, I think, when I was doing eBay.
Yeah. Also,
been here.
His mom's is the most impressive Musk. I read a profile on her. She is bad. She bad as fuck. Yeah, he gets looks from his daddy. His mama.
Yeah, his mama was a model. Yeah, his daddy was rich. That's how it go. That's how it go.
That's how it go. His mama fire, but she
real Bella and Aaliyah Hadid situation. That's a hater shit. Yeah, Papa Hadid. I said you ugly boy. I'm just talking shit. Yeah. Put that on your TikTok.
You don't want to do that
Mama
today.
Hadid bad though.
Yeah, she. Really
respect. I am fucking up. Not bad, G.
Yeah.
You ain't ugly. I only know what you look like. On God, in all seriousness, I have no idea what he looked like. I just know both daughters is fine and the mother was a model. You dig? And if you look at Tom Brady kids, the boys look like they daddy. They gangly than a bitch. You feel me?
They show that.
Them niggas look like Tim Burton characters the way they built.
But they eating like him though. Like Tom not letting them eat like he used to.
Eating avocado ice cream and tomato paste. Be like, Dad, I'm not trying to play quarterback till I'm 40.
Dog. Avocado ice cream.
It's an endorsement or a bashment?
No, it's an endorsement. It is an endorsement.
Is that a word of attachment? This nigga have attachment.
It is an endorsement. Yeah. Most ever paid for a meal included avocado ice cream. It wasn't avocado ice cream that sent it over the top. Actually, it might have been.
Nigga, we went over there to Rasheeda, them little restaurant. How much them motherfucking bitch wanted for a jacket coat?
Oh, probably like $17.
Exactly, doggy. Bruh, I said, bitch, I get a whole goddamn 750 milliliter bottle of Jack for this.
Yeah.
How much y'all Coke cost? The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Bruh, it's 20 shots in a bottle. You telling me you niggas is trying to turn a profit? Bruh, 16 times 20? Them niggas trying to make $3.20 for every $20 bottle of Jack. $300 profit, cuz? What 20 divided by 320? I'll be damned if I'm a part of that math. No, sir.
That's crazy.
Nigga, that's 1,600% markup. Y'all keep them drinks.
Yeah.
Look at some cute young women working now. They got them running around in superhero costumes, dressed like Captain Underpants.
The thing that they understand is most niggas, especially in today's world, would be very embarrassed to go there and not spend a lot of money, especially in front of pretty women. And you don't want to show that you broke, or that you're trying to live frugally, or live with sense. They charge $17 a drink because if you walk through them doors and that young lady walk over there with her tray and her notepad or her little handheld tablet and say, "What you having?" Most cats trying to show out because they think they can take her home, so they gonna spend and absorb like a ridiculous amount of. I was about to use a word. I think absorb.
Yeah, they hustling backwards. They used to go into the club and paying $400 for a bottle, so they think that's how you supposed to break the price down. Y'all ain't moving work though. Y'all selling alcohol at terrible prices. Nah.
Yeah.
You feel me, cuz?
I did go to a place where every drink on the menu is $15, and I got 2 of them shits, and they was 2 of the best drinks I've ever had in my entire fucking life. Like 2 of the best. Like that dude made that damn drink. I like going to places where the dude is like a mixologist. I'm not a bartender, bro. I'm a mixologist. Like, you can be an asshole about what I call you. That's perfectly fucking fine. Like, make this fucking drink and make that bitch smack. I'm paying $15.
Nigga, how many years of schools you got? Because if you're going to get a gist from me, you're going to have a doctorate, goddamn. That's just how I feel.
You ain't a geologist.
Hey, you talking about, bitch, you ain't go study.
You ain't a meteorologist.
Who you studied?
You ain't no zoologist.
You know what I'm talking about?
Zoologists deserve more money. I heard zoologists only make like 40 racks a year, but you get to hang out with animals. They be playing with
animals. I was just about to say, them niggas play with animals, nigga. If you doing what you dreamed of doing when you grew up, unless billions of people watch you do it, you're not gonna make a whole lot of money, cuz. Surfers ain't making the money that fucking lawyers are making, because lawyers is doing horribly boring shit. You feel me?
When I went to the Beijing Zoo, it was a motherfucker in that bitch, bro. And he was like in charge of the pandas. It was a chick. I'm sorry. It was a chick in that motherfucker. And she was like just hugging the motherfucking pandas. Like, I was like, that's your job, shawty? You just in there hugging the pandas? And she probably got to pay them. Like, that job right there is fulfilling, I am sure. Bro, this woman looked like the happiest person I'd ever seen in my entire life.
Go get everybody in that field, because everybody loved the animals, so they underpay them under the guise of keeping costs down so that they can put more money into animal conservation. So it's kind of a snake eating its tail. But shouts out to everybody who dedicate their life to loving on sentient beings who don't have the ability to advocate for themselves. You guys are really lovely, and you guys take care of things that bring me a great deal of joy. But for you people who say fuck the zoo, it's some hood niggas who will never see these animals if not for zoos, because they're not getting to Africa.
Yeah.
And for them, I say thank you to everybody who works to find a way to do that zoo shit the right way, because I know it's a lot of people that's not doing it the right way. and putting stress on these beautiful animals. But Pete,
yeah,
you ready to move this thing on the lawn, G?
Let's get it, man.
Give me some sports, bruh. You try to do it doing GSTv. You been watching the NBA playoffs? The playoffs?
Man, I've been tuning in a little bit, dog.
Man, talk to me about it, man. First of all, I'm gonna ask you a 2-tier question, and then talk to your heart content. Who your team right now? And what 3 tiers? Now we gonna come back to the third. Answer them in their order. Who your team right now, and who been surprising the hell out of you right now?
My team is like, I'm a Pelicans fan, so I'm a New Orleans sports fan. Saints, Pelicans.
Too many Pellies.
Yeah, that's my squad, man. I don't give a fuck. But my dog B.I. hooping out there, bitch, without Zion, tied up with the number 1 seed in the league, not just the West, in the entire league, man. So, and they taking advantage of an opportunity that they got. And I want to see like B.I. hooping. And
do we believe Pellies?
Hooping. Yeah, we got a nice lineup. Valanciunas, shout out to Jonas Valanciunas, balling out there. Yeah, we doing some things, man, down there in New Orleans. Who is surprised to me? I didn't know Miami was this good.
Me neither. Fuck them.
I had no clue.
You took my second answer. You took my second answer.
Bruh, I didn't know Miami was good. I tuned into
Jimmy
Miami.
Bucket's like, putting 45 on niggas, bro. You know how many niggas? I've been badmouthing this nigga on the internet.
I was watching them. I was like, bruh, like these niggas is playing really good basketball. Like Eric Spoelstra is a Hall of Fame coach. Like the way he coaching right now. And I looked at like the roster makeup. Like him and Pat Riley have made a fantastic team from 2010 up until 2007. I think it is when Braun went down there. No. It was 2010. That was at the Braun second contract. 12. Okay. Yeah. So 2000. So for a decade, like they've been putting together something nice down there. And it's
11-12 was the first season. I'm sorry.
So I'm seeing at that bubble. Okay then. Yeah, 2011. Okay.
They got drafted in 03, so their first season was 04-05, and they played on their teams for 7 years before they joined up.
That's right.
Rookie contract.
Yeah, shout out to Miami, though. So, yeah, who your team in the playoffs right now? And who has surprised me? I don't want to talk a lot about them, but Boston. I'll move on from there because I can't. I support the young niggas on the team. Can't support Boston.
I told you I had been looking for who I was going to root for blindly and piss people off as I talk about post LeBron for about 3 years now. And the 2 people who I thought were closest was Luka and Tyler Hero. So in picking my team, I had to choose between the Tallahassee Mavericks and motherfucking the Miami Heaters. And because the Heat had Jimmy Butler, I went with the Mavericks. And they currently tied 2-2 with the Utah Ass, but that's because Luka had to sit the first 2. And they won Luka first game back. They split the ones where he was out, and then they split the 2 he back. So they 2-2, the series 0-0 to me. And it's a 3-game best of, you feel me? So it's going to be exciting and fuck to see how my dog Luka get out. And they tip off tonight at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. You heard me? For everybody
shout out to the Jalen Brunson is the backup point guard in Dallas. Buddy been balling also.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like he balled while Luka was out. And I hope he continue to do that shit like while Luka back because that motherfucker got some game, man. I saw him. He played like me. He had a post game and everything. He got like that Chauncey Billups type game. I like it. I like it a whole lot.
He said that nigga play like me. But yeah, man. And the team that surprised me, I told you, was the same as yours, Miami. And it made me mad because, even in a microcosm, on fake and on flodge, when my team, the Lakers, ain't make the playoffs, I chose me a team to root for, and it was the Tallahassee motherfucking Mavericks. So to watch the Heat look that strong surprised the fuck. I said, God damn it. And then Tyler Hero getting buckets. That nigga skeeting these threes off in a timely fashion right when they need them. Fucking crazy ball, man. I was like, you son of a bitch, Heat. But yeah, man, so I ain't even gonna echo that too much. But yeah, shouts out to Tyler Hero for being just as delightful as I thought he would be. And making me know that my post-Bron NBA watching career is gonna be wildly enjoyable. And this just proved that I don't pick my nigga on no bandwagon shit. I pick who I really am brought joy by watching play, and then I blindly talk about how great they are. Y'all can feel however you want to. But if y'all hated the LeBron talk, wait till I'm telling you that Tyler Hero is better than Ja Morant for the next 10 years. That's gonna really piss y'all niggas off. But after we go through who your team and who surprised you, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you over the weekend, like we do every moon day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you had bang, 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 3 days, like nigga 12 games. What did you catch? And I'm gonna give them stats for that. Whatever it is that you do, sir.
I caught part of the Utah game by accident, and like I was like, man, like I want to watch some basketball, but I don't want to watch these niggas play basketball. Like they just seem very like they are Utah Jazz. If you playing against them, they are that private school team that's like they got some hoopers on it, like they can hoop. But like you love playing away, like at their gym and like bringing that niggerdom to their ass and letting their ass know like y'all still can't, we still finna out athlete y'all and dog y'all.
Come test
so I want to see Utah. Yeah, like I want to see Utah do well every season so they make it into the playoffs and they can lose. I don't give a fuck what round they lose as long as they don't like win it all. I want to just see them go out in flames every year, and that's nothing against Donovan Mitchell. Or Joe Ingles, or it's some against Rudy Gobert. Fuck him. But and not because he's French. I like the French. We fuck with the French. They the number one country that listen to us outside of the United States. But yeah, fuck Rudy Gobert.
Cool.
What else did I catch? I caught the Boston game. Is that engraved?
Yeah, that thing say C.O.D. Just like me. Shouts out to Moove. Yeah.
I got to see the Dallas game. So I got to watch Jalen Brunson play. I think
that Boston game, so Boo called this shit from a mile away when these bitches was under 500. And I was talking about, y'all got the same record as the Lakers. He said, nigga, he was like, y'all 500 and our 500 were not created equally. Don't put us in the same conversation as y'all. So he feeling pretty good right now. They beating the Nets ass 95-88.
I caught that Nets. Yeah.
And
obviously
Kevin Durant look real fucking stupid right now, don't he? Don't KD look real stupid with the Warriors as the fucking, you feel me? How stupid do KD look? The Warriors is up 3-0. That nigga went into the night down 3-0. Oh, the Warriors 3-1. They lost to the Nuggets last night. They almost swept. But he could be on the team that almost swept without him instead of getting swept.
I mean, he could be the team, like he could be on that team helping them sweep because you add him
and getting credit as being the best player on that team, even though they're good enough to sweep without him.
Yeah.
He's stupid as fuck. Big L's. And I ain't talking about them long ass feet that put him out the playoffs last year. That nigga ain't made it out the first round.
Can I talk about the lesson? The lesson there, man.
Talk to him. Talk to the people. The floor is yours.
He left Oklahoma City to go out to the place where technology was booming. So he had a bunch of opportunity to make investments with his money that he made on the court. He had chances to make opportunities off the court. He was out there at like NFL games at the Super Bowl and shit, doing photographs. Like he was doing photography and shit also. Like he had great coworkers. He was out there pursuing passions. He out there investing and growing his net worth. And he came back over here to motherfucking Brooklyn on the East Coast where the weather's worse to prove a point that he is not proving. when you get on a great team, like whether
can I double down though?
Yeah, go ahead.
To interject at this interval before we move forward, the linchpin moment, and we went through this last year. Fuck Draymond, but the linchpin moment was him in Golden State clapping at Draymond Green as he dribbled the ball up floor in a fucking regular season game after they had won 2 championships together. After leaving Russell Westbrook because you couldn't win the championship with him and he would dominate the ball in the fourth quarter. You never did that type of shit to Russell Westbrook. But you're going to come do it to Draymond Green when he 3 championships into your 2? Fuck Draymond because he blew the team up. But if I'm Draymond, it's fuck that nigga too. You nigga, I didn't see you clapping at Russell Westbrook as he steamed down court 500 miles an hour to throw that shit off the backboard. Bitch, you and I both know I'm finna pass it when I get to the 3-point line. Why the fuck is you clapping at me? Bitch, I'm Draymond.
And that's the thing I like about Draymond's game is he got a super high IQ. So for your 4 or your flex 5, however you want to categorize him, to get the ball up the court with you just being able to run up the court without that pressure, like jog up the court and come off screens, and he get the ball to the top of the key to start the offense.
Oh, like, he exhausted. Like he playing 40 minutes a night. He wouldn't be exhausted if he was playing 40 minutes with the Warriors because he wouldn't be dribbling the ball up court, whether he wanted to or not.
Wasting energy. That's what like a lot of this shit is, the conservation of energy. That's
what got him cussed out and kicked out of. That's what got his feelings hurt, clapping at a nigga after never doing it to the one nigga he should have. That's how you know he ain't a leader.
Yeah.
And the one thing you motherfuckers gonna never spit out your little dick sucking lips again is that KD better than motherfucking LeBron. Because one thing LeBron never failed to do with Kyrie on the floor is make the finals. He definitely ain't losing the first fucking round. So y'all can suck me off. And then he made the finals without Kyrie. So y'all can suck my dick with that super team shit. Because him and Kevin Love is not a super team. Y'all see Kevin Love right now.
Shouts out to the young guys, though. Jaylen Brown.
The young go-hards.
And that boy...
You talking about the Cavs?
Jason Tatum. Nah.
Jason Tatum playing. Boston.
This ain't got nothing to do with Boston. It's got everything to do with the individual performances by Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing about them individual dudes. I just said fuck Boston.
Yeah, fuck Boston forever.
He said, yeah, fuck Boston.
Not the black part. I like the black part. Shout out Patrice O'Neal.
My dog. Can I chop it up with you? Can I?
Let's do it, man.
She asked to massage it with Man, this is a twofold conversation. We alluded to this shit at the beginning of the show. Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. In a culture where this is widely spread and just accepted as something that is not cannon fodder, it ain't fucked up or nothing, it's just accepted because niggas who have a little bit of money or niggas who are successfully faking having a little bit of money think it puts them in a position to win. Broke niggas think, I'm gonna have money one day, so fuck it, I'm gonna just get money and then I don't have to deal with that. And women to think, yeah, okay. In the same world where we say it isn't okay for a man to ever do such and such to a blanketed blame, well, that has to have another half to it in a Libra's world. You feel what I'm saying? So if broke boys don't deserve no pussy, I know that's right. What in the fuck makes y'all believe that a rich nigga only deserve one? I need answers. And this is one of them situations where I'm bringing back the chop sessions that you used to go silent on me and call me the He-Man woman haters. But we got to have some real conversations. I'm bringing these bitches back during the COD operations.
I'm ready.
So I'll first start by saying this is something that I see popping up in different ways, and it ain't been articulated like this. So I'm putting this thought out into the ethos so that it's discussed from this point of view. Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Well, if a nigga has the resources to support multiple, then why in the fuck does he only deserve one? I need to know. If the level of affection and number of suitors you are able to pursue morally is monetary based, how the fuck is it capped at one? Feel free to speak.
I have some follow-up questions to get more clarity on this. This nigga on the golf glove.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we ain't making Michael Jackson gloves. We making golf gloves. I'm writing that down. We making some golf gloves with the GSH logo on them hoes. Instead of that, we giving you balls and gloves. Hold on, I'm writing that down. That's serious.
Yeah, man, and that's my brother write that down, man. Just to give you guys some context. You got niggas like the ASAP Rockies of the world, the Eric Benets of the world. And the list goes on of people who were with just badass women and who were accused of cheating. And whenever people get to having that conversation with me, it usually grinds to a halt and piss the women off because I say, people who get women like Rihanna get women like Rihanna. They're not cheating with regular bitches. People who get women like Halle Berry get women like Halle Berry. So that's who throwing pussy at them. I mean, goddamn, do you not get it? This shit is all relative. And ain't nothing different about them human beings than you other than they job. They're just fishing in a different pond. But niggas with tendencies got the same tendencies. They just in a different scenario. You feel me? But that's neither here nor there. Right now, we talking about whether or not that culturally, from a philosophical standpoint, should even be a problem. P, I toss it to you.
I think it should definitely be a part of the conversation. I'm glad we're having it. I see the merit. It makes sense. Now I'll follow up with. I'll go here. This is where I'll start. Broke boys don't deserve no vagina. I know that's right. I believe if you do stand on that merit, if you stand on that, now if you are a woman who does not believe, if you are a woman who believes that broke boys most certainly do deserve that vagina, I don't think this rule should apply to you. But if you are a person, I think that's where we draw the line at. If you believe broke boys don't deserve no coochie, and you get a rich nigga, bigger nigga, whatever, C.O.D. That song.
So you saying C.O.D. shouldn't have tripped when Quavo did his little thing?
I'm saying
that's her type. And that's what your type like, bitch.
That's your
no
type.
My bad. I ain't mean to say that.
With this,
I did.
So given the parameters of this conversation, Quavo's not a broke boy. And if C.O.D. ascribes to or subscribes to the notion that broke boys don't deserve no vagina, and she's dating cats who ain't no broke boys, who can afford multiple of them, why shouldn't they have access to multiple? That is a very merited conversation.
Point blank, period. I go another step for you. I saw a conversation pop up today that fit into the same family. If we as two grown people got to figure out where we fucking, then we shouldn't be doing it. If I got multiple places to fuck and don't nobody get fucked where you be getting fucked, why is it a problem?
So hold up, I need that one reversed.
I just don't want to be like all of that. Let's say if she got roommates and you stay with your mama, y'all got to figure out where y'all fucking. You see what I'm saying? She's saying if we as two grown people got to figure out where we fucking, then we shouldn't be. And I'm saying, if I have multiple places to fuck and other women don't ever be where you be getting fucked at, what's this? I don't want to be in the same bed as I don't know. It's just another extension of, if I have the resources to facilitate separation of church and state, then why are we discussing such things? If you have to go looking for the shit,
I thought that was in the.
What is we talking about? You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you got to investigate for this to be a problem, what are we talking about? You feel what I'm saying? If the phone don't ring when we together, you got to go through it to know another bitch contact me. You feel what I'm saying? You being petty. If when you want to go do something, I ain't like, I got to sit still because my pocket's hurting because I've been going out on dates with other bitches. What is it that's, you feel what I'm saying? If your birthday don't get skimped because of another bitch birthday, what is the problem? You feel what I'm saying?
Every time we have I'm sorry, this is how I want to answer that, or this is how I want to respond to that. Every time we have an episode where we talk about single nigga problems, I'm so glad I'm in a relationship. Bruh, is that bad out here, cuz? It's crazy out here, huh?
It's whack. I met a bitch.
Crazy.
Like,
oh man, I'm sorry.
One of the first things a woman to ask you is if you talking to other people. Like, oh nah, I was just sitting at the house waiting to meet you, Sean. The fuck is we talking about? Nah, Sean, I'm lonely than a motherfucker. You gonna fix it? Can I call you every day? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? This shit, wow, bruh. And then, like, this the thing. Man. This the most wackest part about dating that I don't think no women accept. For the women who are more discerning with physical affection, at the point that you've done all of your research and decided that I'm a good nigga, what the fuck make you think my conclusion is? You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to articulate it, but like, I go to the furthest extreme because I can say that without being a dick. Just because I'm marriage material don't make you marriage material. So at the point that you're willing to take a step that you feel like makes us super serious, I don't take fucking to mean what you take fucking to mean. So all we doing now to me is fucking. And just because in your head, I have checked all of the boxes as a nigga worthy of being super serious about, it don't make you a woman who checks all of the boxes that I would be super serious about. You feel me? But it's like, because I'm fuckable, do I not take the pussy because I don't want to be super serious? Like, some of that shit is real stressful from a conscience and moral standpoint. Cause bitches stay on some, oh, he disappeared right after he got the pussy. Sometimes a nigga be done been patient, went through a whole lot of shit, and then find out, oh, the pussy not worth it. And if this what the pussy like, I'm good with the lost investment so far. I'm not gonna continue to take a L. You feel me? I'm gonna go look for a better allocation of my resources, my time, my peace, my money, all that. You feel me? A lot of people don't understand. They guarding bad bait, and it don't be a trophy. Nigga, we done went through a whole lot of shit, finally get the pussy and be like, oh, hell no. Not I. You got me. You ain't gonna keep getting me. You made me wait this long for this pussy, and you think this gonna be the only pussy I get? That's the next step? It's Tuesday. It's Fool's Day. You a goddamn fool. Not today. P?
I have no thoughts. Them tangents be so funny because there's no prompt. There's no interaction. It'd be a whole conversation with a whole different part of your psyche. And I'm just here for the ride.
Did it make sense though?
Bro, I didn't shake out, but like none of it like computed with. I don't have it's been almost a decade since I've had those issues.
All right, I'll break it down very simply. Have you been in a scenario where a woman was ready for things that were much more serious than what you were ready for because of how good of a nigga you were, and she didn't think about whether or not she was the type of woman that you were looking for?
Oh, certainly. Yes.
That's essentially what I'm talking about. Niggas say I stopped checking out. Well, what else you talking about? What else you listening to, nigga? We talking to each other. Nigga, talk rift on that scenario. You don't have to talk about it as wild as I did, but talk about being in a relationship or a situation where you were with a young woman and she was ready for much more than you were and critiqued why you weren't on the same page. And I'm like, she's like, well, why you with her if you ain't ready to be serious? I said, for the same reason you ain't homeless before you buy your dream house. I mean, what the fuck is we talking about? And then somebody says, oh, okay, let's compare women to objects. I was like, oh, metaphors, ill. Nah, get that. You can't find no fault in the logic, so now you just mad I used the metaphor. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. So I just, in most relationships I've had in the past, I float at my pace. And if your pace doesn't match mine, it has caused conflict. When you are doing your thing and like you showing up and being the guy that you are, or like, you being yourself. People reach different checkpoints at different times in relationships. Exactly. And it's not
started that I love
my job. Yeah, that's. But I've had relationships that have gone on for over a year, like not simultaneously, because I never had. Before this relationship, I haven't been in a relationship that lasted for a year consecutively. But I've had ones that have lasted like 16, 18 months. And
what's your anniversary, Erica?
I never had before this one. Yeah, she did. Yeah. And gave me 5 more after the first one. So, shouts out. Good times. Good times.
Patient woman.
Yeah. But man, yeah, people reach different checkpoints at different times, man. And so it's more rewarding. No reward. There's no reward like no reward. If you're not looking for like, if it's, I go into relationships like I get something out of being with you. Hopefully you get something out of being with me. And like, we going to reach different places. We're going to reach certain places in this relationship at different times. But if we just keep mobbing with each other, we'll be all good. Now, if you need me to hit the checkpoints at the same time and you hitting them, we may have a problem, because if it's one thing that most people don't like, it's doing something that they don't want to fucking do. And if I'm choosing to spend time with you, please don't force me to do shit I don't want to do, because I'm giving you my energy and I'm giving you my time. So be cognizant.
Same woman who hate to be rushed to get ready for a date will keep asking you why y'all ain't married yet. You're like, what the fuck?
But I've also seen situations where it's on the opposite foot, where it's dudes who out here like trying to push women to get somewhere that they are, and the women aren't there yet. So I want to get them the women that just do on this show as well, because it happens on both sides. But in particular with myself, like it's usually just the conversation. If you feel like I'm not moving as fast as you are, and you want something different, by all means, go find that thing different. Like I pulled you. I'll go out there and I'll find somebody else.
That dynamic you just described break my heart and made me so upset, bro. Because that actually was almost the chop session. I didn't have a way to title it. It was just something that made me mad and hurt my feelings. Every woman who ever caused problems or gave me the ultimatum, like it's time to be married or be nothing. None of them are married. None of them have been married. And 2 in particular, without that ultimatum, we'd be married by now. Period. And I had me at least 2-3 kids, bro. And I feel cheated. Like, how dare you not go be married and have babies and have what you sacrificed us for. Because we'd have had that shit if it wasn't on your ultimatum timeline. You dig? And if you ain't go get it in my absence, you cheated us of that shit.
Yeah. But it's a lesson, though. Like, it's a lesson you got to learn.
But we can't go back and fix it, though. That shit whack, bro. We should have big-headed babies running around this motherfucker learning how to read at this point. My babies should be reading at this point, G.
Where are you right now? Where are you right now?
Location-wise, happy. Yeah.
No.
Like a motherfucker. I'm happy.
At your highest what?
Everything.
Are you not at your highest good? Nah. What's the quote you gave me? Recite it for the people.
All right. I am in the timeline of my greatest good. No, my highest good. I don't know. I'm high as shit, and I've been. It's 1800 in here. But the point is, I'm in the timeline of my greatest good, of my highest fulfillment, my deepest desires, and it's something else. But I see what you're saying. Yeah,
exactly. So but
we talking about it and keeping it 100. If I could go He-Man women haters, let my feelings be hurt and let me be vulnerable, okay? I should have 3 babies running around with big old noggins and beautiful smiles, bro. It ain't fair. Big old heads. Teeth to match.
What your tattoo say? What your tattoo say? No, other one.
Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. If that wasn't written on me, I wouldn't know that quote by heart. That might be the other tat on the other rib. You know, I like symmetry.
So
the highest good.
Case, then,
yeah, I'm glad you said that. I might go get that. I'm listening to my bad, G.
No, I'm saying, so if those are the quotes that you, if it's not just quotes for you, and if it's a tenet that you live by and a doctrine in your life, then you need that suffering. That's not what you need right now, because when it happened,
Peep game, ladies. I need about 5 years to get their net worth to a place to where that is protected prior to the prenup. I split everything after the next 5 years with your 50-50. Who trying to have these babies, man? Come put in your application, man. C.O.D. the Cater Boy music. You know what I'm talking about? P, can I do you a favor?
What's that, man?
I'd like to do you a favor.
What you got for me?
All right, motherfucker. I'm finna give you some headlines. This nigga, I don't know if he's serious or not. Fuck man. You, dog. All right, and because this my dog P. Nah, see, I usually have some fucked up headlines and then some fun ones. This week, I deliberately had some normal ones and then some ones from my dog favorite outlet. And he screwed the pooch on the one that's for him. I say the dessert for last. And these 3 headlines are coming from NPR. NLRB sues Starbucks for retaliating against 3 workers involved in unionizing. The next story from NPR. Twitter reaches deal to sell to Elon Musk for $44 billion. Elon Musk in a cowboy hat. The next story from NPR. The Supreme Court ponders the right to pray at the 50-yard line. And the last story from my friends at NPR. A community of seed savers has a recipe to revive rare varieties of collard greens. And yes, they are beautiful and melanated.
I want the last story.
Yeah. Look at Grandma. Hey, Grandma. This story brought to you from NPR. A community of seed savers has a recipe to revive rare varieties of collard greens by Daniel Wood on April 24th, 2022. 2 years from now, nigga. Ira Wallace. You know that grandma baby. Ira Wallace ambles around the butcher block countertop in the kitchen she shares with a community of farmers in central Virginia. She has separated a single leaf from a large basket of unusual party-colored collard greens she got from a friend's farm. Its creamy white veins stretched upwards across the green leaf, narrowing as they reach the purple tips. Purple is its color. That develops in winter, much more strongly, baby, Wallace explains. She probes the first damaged leaf. But look at that color. Ain't that, I don't know what that word is, anthocyanins? ANTHOCYANINS. You heard me? I'm going to stop doing the voice. Stop playing with it. They're supposed to make you healthier. These aren't commercially produced collard greens typically sold in supermarkets or restaurants. Many of the heirloom varieties Wallace and her friends grow are rare, some once teetering on extinction. Other types can likely be found in backroad gardens of age and stewards, but countless varieties have vanished in the U.S. These were once the kaleidoscope of diversity in collards as people diligently collected and replanted seeds, passing them from one generation to the next to preserve the qualities they found most important. Collards are inexpensive, nutrient-rich vegetable, became a staple in Southern families, especially African-American families trying to feed their families healthy food year-round. Winter greens, baby. Where I grew up, if you didn't eat greens at least 5 days a week, you were funny. You know, Wallace joked, like, what is wrong with you? Wallace pulled a lot of those greens from her grandmother's Florida garden, but fewer and fewer Americans cultivate home vegetable gardens these days. There are fewer small farms too. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the number of farms in the U.S. has shrunk from about 6 million to 2 million over the past 75 years, while the average size of farms has doubled. As farms and gardens vanished, so too did heirloom collards. So shouts out to these beautiful women up in Virginia, spearheaded by Miss Ira Wallace, the seed savers, keeping the culture alive, and this beautiful medicine that we all know and love and call collard greens. This tea sips to you, Miss Wallace. P, what are your thoughts, brother?
That's fantastic, bro. Miss Wallace, I hope there's, you know, when you have like we see a lot of times people leave, they start a company and they leave that company behind, like, to their children. Like that culture, you know what I mean? Like that's the company that they leave behind, like that we get to carry on. Like hip hop is a result of generations leaving behind music, and like the kids picking up something and turning it into something new and something different, but it still maintains those roots. Like that's what, like when you was talking about that shit, like hearing her talk about eating those greens, picking those greens out of, like, I'm a huge fan, obviously, of the gardening world, of the horticulture world, of the sustainable foods world. And older black women been showing out in my life the entirety of that motherfucker. Like the entirety of that bitch. Like even ones I don't know. Like I recently had to call an older black woman. Like I had to go to an office for an appointment recently. And I'll be very, very frank, man. I had to file for unemployment because I got laid off. And there was a black woman in that. And I called on the phone, like, to make sure that I had everything that I needed before I went to the office. And she could hear in my voice that I was a young black man. Bruh, the amount of service that I got, I know she's not giving that amount of service. She stopped me. I got a piece of paper in here with every single note that she wrote. And she was like, oh, now hold up. Like, make sure you do this. Like, things I didn't know, because this ain't my first rodeo in this shit. Like, things I didn't even know. Like, she was like, hold up now. Like, did you write this down? Like, did you write this down? Like, now take down this number right here. Now, this is a number that most folks don't know about. It ain't on their website. And like, if you can't get in touch with somebody over here, and like, she got me set up. She said, "Nah, you set up and everything. Like, I see it over here." She's like, "What was your last employer?" Yeah, it's set up right here. I got that. She got that. She's like, "Hold on, give me a couple minutes." She went off and got some other email address or some other person. I'm like, I'm not finna be without. While I'm without, I'm not finna be without. And she making sure of that. And so hearing that story makes me, you're not finna be without knowing how. And that's the thing that I wish that our older guard, like as they are making like their transitions and they're aging, like while their minds are still fresh. Like I wished, like that's what I wished I knew I was around when I had my great grandfather here, man. Because him and a dude named Deacon Riley used to always, like Deacon Riley had a little farm and they used to come over there and like it was certain foods that I did, like shit I know how to eat. I'm country, but like I know how to eat some shit. Like I was walking the puppy butt earlier today and we ran past honeysuckle. And like my lady know what honeysuckle is. And like you got to be a country motherfucker to know what honeysuckle is. And so I don't know what that is without Deacon Riley. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to properly scale a fish. I don't know how to pick some certain shit from the roots and you pick certain shit from the leaves and you pick certain shit from different parts of without tearing it. Or like when you rolling up your greens, you do it like this is a more efficient way. Like we don't have those things without the Ira Wallaces, bruh. So I really fuck with stories like this because like ultimately, like man, my vision for shit is constantly evolving. And like I got my mom and them coming out here on the 4th of July, bro. And I'm thinking long term, this shit a recruiting trip, nigga. I'm finna get my whole family out to Texas. We finna get scores of land out this motherfucker. And we not giving up the land at home because I know it's some niggas that's not gonna move. So we finna rent them cribs out and gonna get them jobs being property managers. Everybody else, let's fucking go. And because I need that information and I want it around me all the time. And I don't have direct access to it. So I'm gonna bring the school to me, man. So Ira Wallace, you doing God's work. I love you. I bless you, your entire family. I'm sending up my prayers. I'm sending out my energy. Thank you, NPR. And I think it was a brother who wrote that story.
Oh no. I read the name. I ain't going back to it. I closed it. Yeah, I closed it. I put
no, you good.
Because he wouldn't have spotlighted Miss Iris, so I spotlight him. Shouts out to Daniel Wood.
Yeah, thank you. Like without him, I don't know about that story. So if he not a column writer or whatever type of writer he is for NPR, so yeah, appreciate Daniel Woods for bringing that story to us. That's what's up, man. I fuck with that.
Yeah, man. And we already in the right spirit, man. And you already got the right tone. Pete, could you do me a favor? And tell me something good.
Sure can, man. We've been in this pocket for. We touched on it in at least 3 segments. We touched on it when we talked about people who are zoologists and animal lovers. When we had that first GSH, we in some roundabout way we got there, and then I talked about it in this last joint where I talked about walking my puppy butt. But man, my dog brings me. He is a challenge. Like my dog is a challenge. He is not easy to deal with. Like more often than not, I am raising my voice at him or something of the like, man. But throughout these past few weeks, I have been doing something that has grounded me more, man. And I've been searching for peace through meditation, through prayer, and in other channels. And everything that I'm doing now, I'm moving forward with peace. And because I have this really terrible, when I get anxious or when I get stressed, like I get angry and and it's all energy conversion. And so I can control the controllables, which is to control myself and like my emotions, and to take a step back and to take a look at things from a more objective standpoint and from a perspective that trajects towards peace, man. My dog is difficult, but when that motherfucker is on and he being considerate of the people in his life and not just his own needs and wants, that motherfucker is fantastic, man. And I found so much love in Cuz as of late. And it brings me so much joy that I have a puppy butt like that lady got a motherfucking zoo full of pandas in Beijing. And I pray to God she's still doing that job, and she's doing an even more fantastic job. And she started programs around pandas over there, because I'm starting programs around puppy butts, because they are special beings, man, sentient beings in this world. And I bring up my puppy butt because I saw a story of a dog today that I had to bring to the people. And so I found this article on Yahoo, and it says new puppy, and a new puppy, he looked like a fucking handful. I gotta catch us outside. Like, he gonna be on the damn social media this week, and he just looked like a fucking handful. And I know them first few months, especially like when you're getting that sleep on track with a puppy, is just pure hell on the puppy parents. And so the quote of this is, that young stress giver, I'm sure, is so worth having and so wonderful when he's on. And today, his ass was fucking on, because a new puppy becomes a golden retriever after sniffing out a stash of rare coins on his first walk. A puppy butt. And I want to read this story. A family's new puppy is already worth its weight in gold. Adam Clark, 51, brought home Ollie, a Legato Romagnolo, as a surprise for his 9-year-old daughter, Alicia Clark, last month. The Legato Romagnolo is a breed known for its truffle hunting skills. On March 30th, Ollie's owners decided to see what the pup could sniff out on his first walk around the local fields. The young dog stumbled upon a small fortune. To Adam's delight and utter disbelief, Ollie instinctively dug up 15 gold sovereign pieces, likely dating back to the 19th century. Adam, who works in property, took the gold coins to be examined by Shard's Coin and bullion dealer in Blackpool, England. The business valued Ollie's first find at close to $8,000.
Like bullion cube, huh?
Bruh, this puppy looked like purity hell, and on his first walk, he uncovered 15 rare fucking coins that yielded his puppy parents 8 racks.
Yeah, that's good.
That is something fucking good.
Hey, man, as you can see, as a parent, even if it's something as simple as that puppy your kids always wanted, that they've been telling you they need, we here giving some headlines believe that it is always better to give than it is to receive. Yeah.